I will hand over to Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the end of my tenure, which is May 29th of this year, 2023. This is coming from the President of Nigeria, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired. He has made it clear, unequivocally clear. He reiterated it, he repeated it. He said, I agree to the policy of new Naira notes so as to make sure that everyone all over, both parties, the party that I belong to, opposition party, every party operates the president-elect according to the declaration of the chairman of INEC, Yakub Mahmoud. Now, this is something that a lot of people are worried about. They are saying there is a case pending in court. You should accept interim government while this case is being looked into, or why don't you push for the court to quickly finalize on this? And there are still some people saying, why are you trying to pressure the court into quickly looking into it? Do you want mistakes? We are talking about a situation that could be volatile if the court comes up with some decision that could turn Nigeria upside down. But the president is saying, I care less about every of this. In fact, he was asked, he said, I care less about the court and all of those process. The only power that brought me in is their vote. The voter's card is what brought me in. And INEC declared me the winner. And it is the same process that I observed. And I will be handing over to Bola Ahmed Tinubu on that day. He was even asked further, are you sure? Are you sure that that day there will not be itches right, left, and center? He said, we will defend our democracy. That's a subtle way of saying you have voted. Declarations have been made. Inauguration and swearing will happen. If you get yourself in between it, whatever comes to you, take it like that. Let us hear what the president has to say, and we'll come to talk more. But before then, do not forget to like and share. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are new here. And contest on a balanced and equal platform. This is what I did. And the power that every citizen has is the voter's card. And the final is for INEC to declare. And whoever INEC declares as the winner of the election will be the person that I will hand over to. I am not in the position, and I care less about what the court is saying if there is a pending case. If you want to go to the court, keep going to the court until you finalize whatever. But Buhari will hand over to Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yes, same to you.
This is the last ill fate you'll be observing as head of state. Many people say you are a highly fulfilled Nigerian leader. Is that true?
Yes, I thank God, and as I said, I'm looking forward to returning to my town as far away as possible from Abuja, so that the incoming government will have the time and the space, to take decisions without necessarily having any input from me. I have my 8 years, and I think I have enough.
So what is your message to Nigerians as we prepare to hand over to the next government?
Well, Nigerians should appreciate the stability of democracy. Look at what I've observed last election. 10 serving governors in their respective states lost the election to the Senate, which means the ordinary Nigerians are appreciating the system, and this is good for the country.
So talking about democracy, people are worried over the reported plans by some anti-democratic forces to scuttle the transition program. What can you assure the nation?
Well, what I have just said now, explains it. Nigerians have appreciated the system, and they are going to defend it. And the best way they defend it is by voting. They are voting people, they think they will serve them.
So nothing will stop the handover?
No, God willing, nothing will stop it. Thank you very much.
Now, there are talks about the slow process of the court, the tribunal and the court and all of that. They want it fast. People want to rest their mind. They want to be rest assured. But the question is this: will Nigerians, those who are in support of either PDP or Labour Party, will they accept the ruling of the court? If the court says Bola Ahmed Tinubu remains the winner, and they probably say that Labour Party was unable to present beyond reasonable doubt, all of that, we don't know what and what it is, but what the street is saying is that Peter Obi won the election. It is the same kind of vibe people felt when Major General Muhammadu Buhari was introduced and brought into this scene, when Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself and some other people, PDP and the rest of them, joined hands together to, the NPDP, the new PDP, not the old ones. They joined us together to push off the old PDP by bringing in Buhari. We all saw the vibe. Obviously, there were people who were in support of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan back then, but due to the massive corruption and people felt they were being sidelined and a lot of things, and the manner at which they sold Buhari to the people. Oh, he has just one house in Daura. He has just 4 cows. Look at his house, so humble. When he was this, was that. A very strict man, a Muslim. He is a very strict person. In fact, as a military general, he is going to take care of security and all of that. But what do we have on our hands? Catastrophe. That's what we have on our hands. And finally, he's moving out. Some say he's clothes, some say he's going to die, and many other things. You see, all of this, when you look at it together, and you see where we are today, with the announcement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner of the election, what will you do if the court rules in favor? But like I said, the street, same vibe that we felt in those times, that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who could have fought back if he wanted, but he said the blood of Nigerians are too precious for him to fight, and he wants to move around freely. After all, they've taken enough. He decided to step aside. Alison Madueke and the rest of those cronies around him that stole a lot of money, all of them are out there. You know the old story. But the street felt the vibe when Buhari came in. Not until he started messing up. The street felt the vibe. People pushed Goodluck Jonathan out. They pushed him out. He was pushed out. The street felt the vibe. It's the same way the street is feeling the vibe for Peter Obi. Do you understand what I'm saying? The street is feeling it like this man, Peter Obi, is the person we voted for. People are resonating to it, not Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is the other way around. During Goodluck Jonathan and Buhari, after the election, people felt the vibe of Buhari, hoping that he was going to do something better. And that is where I always draw the final conclusion. I say we are still living on hope, and it's not supposed to be that way. What we should endeavor, work towards, is to have a strong system, a synchronous system, very powerful system that the president cannot sit over. For example, I said that we operate a presidential system where the president can deal with senators, the president can deal with a judge, the president can deal with whoever. The president can just order the security agents, either the army or DSS, to deal with the DSS rubbish sitting senators. Now, what does that show you? It shows that we do not have that synchronous. We do not have it. We have an autocratic system, and it's going to be very difficult. We'll always be hoping. We hope if Peter Obi goes in there, he will do the right thing. We are still hoping on the goodwill of an individual, whereas the law is supposed to be strong enough to push bad people out. If you want to behave like Donald Trump and you think US is your personal company, the system will vomit you. If you think you want to bring in racism, the system will vomit you. If you want to start organizing parties in your office during COVID, like Boris Johnson and many other atrocities, the system will vomit you. This is where we need to work towards, where the law, policies, constitution is people-centered, strong enough to kick anybody out. And everyone have to think equal. There's nothing like, oh, Ogasa, Baba Laye, all of those things are trash. You are there to serve. We are watching you. Do not take advantage of the system. Don't think because you are there at the decision-making point, you will corner money for yourself and enrich yourself. No, you are not going to transfer our money, our wealth into your own family as a generational wealth. It's not just going to be possible. These are what we should begin to work towards. But you've heard the president has said, notwithstanding whatever it is that is out there, even though people are asking for him to wait until everything is sorted out in the court, said, I will be handing over by God's grace. You heard it? What are your thoughts about this one? Because this is serious. This is serious. It is time for people to see this through till the end of it. Like and share. Subscribe to this channel if you're new here. See you in the next update.